the side, this falls more on the science side than that, which we take in perspective of how would uh, bio and genetic engineering done that would help to upgrade your body done that and help make it better than not only just to maintain it but also to make it better, make it more, and make it to be able to do things that a normal person's body that won't be able to do that. So within Master System that we don't shy away from that type of stuff though. We usually make sure that it's uh, spoken about about its advantages and disadvantages so that people that can understand it and be informed about it and that. So that is with upgrading your body done that and getting the more advantages and that and such. Usually the plastic surgery done that we don't usually don't think of that as uplifting your body though, because sometimes it can cause way more complications and such, and it can give you more problems and that. But if you within this community done that we don't usually you know blame people for getting that. If you get that plastic surgery done and that it's fine, it's what you wanted done. So it is uplifting for you, and that's what this whole part is about. For working for advantages for you yourself as an individual to get an upper hand against other people, and that it's kind of like a friendly competition within this community that. And then how to use magic to empower yourself that usually this goes through empowerment rituals, enchantments, and blessing rituals, and that through that you're able to use magic that to fuel your spirit that to be more energized and to have more blessings and such. And with that you have a sharper mind, sharper focus, a sharper instinct as to what you want done, and as you see more results done that with these blessings, with these rituals and such stuff, that it empowers you done that to go further and that and then within the community with doing the tasks and that using some of the tasks that will require you to do certain blessing rituals and that so that it will empower you to go further than that so that you can move forward within the ranks and within the community and empower yourself further. Inner pleasure, need, and desire, that is also important. That it shouldn't be all dull, and it shouldn't be all like grim and that. So pleasure and desire and need, that they're all three of them that go hand in hand and such. As with pleasure that it makes you feel enjoyment, love, and feeling good about the things that you're doing and that. So that's, and pleasure can take in many forms that even if it's a little bit sexualized and that, or even if it's in form of completing something and that. That's usually the pleasure and with desire and that is kind of for the things that you usually don't want and that you truly work towards for though, and that when once you get it done that you're proud of yourself because you worked very hard for it and it's what you wanted, and it's like an achievement for you within your life, and that an accomplishment and such. And then in the needs that you need to look forward within to see that what you truly need within yourself and what your either your spirit needs or your body needs and with those things are usually the first thing that you should try and get. The desire and pleasure come second, and that you cannot go for pleasure first or for desire second, or desire first or pleasure second. But as long as you don't focus on your needs, that you need to get your needs in line and that and such. And then working with shadow work with your flaws and how to ask dark questions of yourself during that time. Within the sword path, the shadow work done that is basically opening up the door to see as to what your true potential is. And that this is the also very good foundation work for the mind, and that it's for you to sit down with yourself down that and ask yourself the really hard questions that you're trying to avoid down that and see if you feel like you have done enough with your life so far down that as you're starting off with the path up until a certain point as to when you're doing the shadow work, have you done enough done that and you need to ask questions that you're not usually comfortable with though. So if the question makes you feel uncomfortable, then that you really don't need to answer it, because once you answer it and you answer it truthfully, you will see that gives you the purpose, that gives you the opening and insight into yourself, that within your subconsciousness and that. And so with that's with shadow work and that and showing and the important thing is to see if you're within the next 5 years or within the next 10 years are you going to be able to get where you want to be, accomplish your goals, or gain your desires that you want, and is this the path that you still need to continue on, and that usually the shadow work that can take like a full day or weeks even, but it is very important, and within Sword Path of Masters will show you and explain to you step by step as you go along with it on how to do it and such. And this is the basics deep dive within the Sword Path, and that it is about gaining your individualism and making sure that you're ahead, and with doing the tasks within the community and that on Sword Path, and that will show that you as an individual that are having enough power in order to sustain yourself magically and mundanely, and that and as you go through the community and raising through the ranks and gaining the things that usually the community provides, and that you will show others that when they choose the Sword Path, they are empowering themselves and they're gaining themselves, and they're doing the necessary work in order to uplift and empower themselves. It is about the individual road, and that the sword is long. It is also the protective of the things that it guards, and that it is used as a symbol of power, as a symbol of justice, as a symbol of authority in that, the authority that with yourself and with things that you have in your life and the path that you're on, that your manifestation, your power, and your magic is focused on that though. So if you're this video that will probably, as you've seen, that will have been split into two parts though, because it is quite long. I'm trying to keep them under 10 minutes in that though. So if you're watching this though on the second part though, and on the first part though, please give a like and a comment though. It helps the channel out though to get these videos more out there and that though. And next time we will do the safe path though, and the deep dive into its basics and such and that, and what the safe path usually is about and that. So until next time, Ashta San, and may the Black Angel bless you and guide you though through your path and such.